welcome to Zeppla HQ, where Eorzea's butts come to you. Today, we're going to talk about the butts of Eorzea. Fat ones, mossy ones, itchy ones, fuzzy ones. All the various different kinds of butts that you can find in our strange, butt-filled world. Goobos are known for their butt-scratching habit, and what a glorious butt it is. They have a roll of fat creasing over the top of the leathery butt that seems to be covered in some kind of dead skin, which is why they need to scratch it so often. Not only do we have the muffin top effect, we also have the rolls of fat going onto the tiny little legs that somehow manage to support the massive, massive butt of the great wild Gooboo. The fat chocobutt is the king of butts. It seems to hold about 60% of their overall body mass, and let's face it, when you're riding a fat chocobo, you're just staring mostly at butt. This mount is all about the butt, and check it out, whenever you jump, there's this little wiggle. This little wiggle. There's so much butt. The butt crack is it's like a yawn wide. It's just impossibly huge butt. Garuda has been given her fair share of butt. One Garuda butt is like 5 cat butts, and you might be envious of this much butt until you realize that she's got her thong shoved so far up her butt that it is literally causing her to fly. I think her wings are just for decoration or weapons, and she's mostly flying because of the lift given to her by the thong being just that far up her butt. So I'm not too jelly about it. You may know the gobbies from their mysterious faces, but have you ever noticed their mysterious butts? We don't really know what is under their masks, but we know even less about what is under their diapers. I see 4 different creases here. Does that mean they have 4 butt cracks? I have no idea what's going on under there, and I'm pretty sure I don't want to know. The Moogle butt is the absence of butt. The Moogle butt is a non-butt. Until you look a little bit more closely, you'll find a seam that actually goes from the butt all the way up to the palm of the Moogle. And so we must ask ourselves, is a Moogle without butt, or is the Moogle all butt? Where does the butt end and the Moogle begin? Questions for the ages. Kirin butts are super jiggly and are giant in proportion to the rest of their bodies. They're big enough to actually support the weight of 3 different bags, and you know what's in those bags? More butt. Typhon's butt has a face. Typhon's butt has a face with teeth in it, so when it eats, where does it go? Now that we've seen so many of the strange and beautiful butts of Eorzea, let's take a look at our character butts, and what a sad state of affairs it is. How precious little butt do we have to go between all of our characters in this game? How can we be expected to save the world with so little butt to work with? I wanted to go through and talk about every butt, but it occurred to me that everyone has the same butt. Everyone has the same amount of butt. You could get a Lalafell butt, put it on a Rogaden butt, and you wouldn't be able to tell that much of a difference. That's how little butt we have to go between all our characters. It seems that the All-Raw female are doing a little bit better than everybody else because they have a little bit of shadow and depth at the bottom of their butt, but it's just, it's slightly better. It's just a little bit better. I've heard that in 1.0, Miqo'te's actually had some butt, but it was changed to the way it is now. With so very little butt, we have to cherish what butt we have, because it's not the size of the butt that counts, it's the way you shake it.